some of the problems we have finished. So we will continue today remaining problems. Yesterday till 6 problems we have finished. Now today I am going to explain the 7th problem. So in all these daily life situations we are using the equations. So how we are using that one only we studied yesterday. So some more examples on that applications of linear equations we are studying. So in this complete chapter we are going to solve the equations. That's all. Okay. Now our 7th problem. So exercise problems. We will continue. Exercise 2.2. 7th problem. What is the 7th problem? Vinay Bhatt, a pizza and turn it into 3 pieces. Cut it into 3 pieces. Okay. When we weigh the first piece, when we weigh the first piece, we found that it was 7 grams lighter than the second piece. Lighter than the second piece. And 4 grams heavier than the whole pizza weighed 300 grams. 300 grams. How much weight? Each of the 3 pieces weight. Each of the 3 pieces. Okay, observe the question. Vinay got a pizza and cut it into 3 pieces. So a pizza is divided into 3 pieces. When he weighed the first piece, okay, then please check if the first piece weighed because it was 7 grams lighter than the second piece. So it is 7 grams lighter than the second piece. So let the weight of the first piece is equal to 8. It is lighter than 7 grams for the second piece. Means second piece is 7 grams more than first piece. Then only everything counts. If your brother is 2 years younger than you, okay, suppose your age is 12. Then what will be your brother age?
Pizza and cut it into 3 pieces. So the whatever pizza we bought, it is divided into 3 parts. And first piece weight is 7 grams lighter than the second piece. Means second piece is more than first piece. Okay. Second piece weight is more than the first piece by 7 grams. Means for suppose first piece weight is x. For suppose first piece weight is 5 grams. For suppose take 50 grams. Second piece will be 7 grams more than the first piece. That is 50 plus 7 I have to take for the second piece. What are the given the statement? When he weighed the first piece, he found that it was 7 grams lighter than the second piece. For suppose second piece weight 57 grams. Then first piece weight will be 7 grams lighter. That means 57 minus 7, 50. So what I am doing, instead of second piece, I am taking the first piece only as the x. First piece only 50 grams. So then what will be the second piece weight? 50 plus 7, that is 57. So now I am taking, let weight of first piece is equal to x grams. Here all are given in grams only. So weight. Therefore, weight of second piece will be first piece is 7 grams lesser than the second piece. That means second piece is 7 grams more than the first piece. Yes or no? If your brother 2 years younger than you, means you will 2 years more than your brother. So if your brother is 10 years, your age will be 10 plus 2, 12 years. Here first piece weight is x grams. Second piece weight will be x plus 7 grams. First piece is 7 grams lesser. Okay. And coming to the third condition, what given? And 4 grams heavier than the third piece. 4 grams heavier than the third piece. Means third piece only lesser than the first piece. That is weight of third piece is equal to first piece is more than by 4 grams. That's why third piece is lesser than by 4 grams. That is x minus 4 grams. That's all. Now what is given? If the whole pizza weighed 300 grams, total weight of the pizza is equal to 300. Total weight of the pizza is nothing but weight of first piece plus weight of second piece plus weight of third piece. So sum of these three pieces will be equal to 300. So x plus 7, x minus 4 equal to 300 grams. Then what is the weight of each piece we need to find? So given total weight is equal to 300 grams. So add all those. What we will get? X plus 7 plus x minus 4 is equal to 300. So 1, 2, 3, 3x. 7 minus 4 is 3 plus 3 is equal to 300. So 3x is equal to 300 minus 3, which is equal to 297. Then x will be equal to 297 by 3. 3 ones are 3 nines are 27, 3 nines are 27. So x value 99 grams. So first piece weight is equal to 99 grams. Then second piece weight will be 99 plus 7. That is 106 grams. And third piece will be 99 minus 4. So that is 95 grams. So like this we need to simplify. Very simple question. Only logical question. You need to understand what is the relation. So I am taking that first piece only x grams. Then the weight of the second piece will be, it was 7 grams lighter than the second piece given. Means first piece weight is lesser. That means second piece only having more weight than the first piece. By how much? 7 grams more. Okay. And third piece is heavier. First piece only heavier than the third piece by 4 grams. That means third piece is lesser, having the weight less than the first piece by 4 grams. That's why x minus 4. Okay. First piece weight x grams means second piece is more than x by 7 grams. Third piece is more than x, less than x by 4 grams. So if you are understanding this condition, remaining is very, very simple. Just we need to do the calculation. Now coming to the next problem. Okay, observe the next problem. The distance around a rectangular field is 400 meters. The length of the field is 26 meters. 26 meters more than the breadth. Calculate the length and breadth of this field. Calculate the length and breadth of this field. Okay, observe the question now. The distance around a rectangular field is 400 meters. So, around the field, so first of all, which shape? That field is in rectangle shape. Distance around is nothing but total boundary length. Total boundary length is nothing but what? They are given perimeter. So, perimeter of this field is equal to 400 meters given in the question. The length of the field is 26 meters more than the breadth. They did not mention what is the length, what is the breadth. So they are given some relation between length and breadth. So here length represented in terms of breadth. Second quantity is breadth. So let the second quantity as variable. Let it be x. So L will be equal to 26 meters more than the breadth. L is equal to x plus 26. If breadth is x, then L will be x plus 26. So, according to the question, given distance around the rectangular field, that is perimeter of the field, given P is equal to 400 meters. Okay, and also given that, so let breadth of the field is equal to x meters. Okay, here perimeter given in meters. So whatever units are given for perimeter, same units we will get for measurements also, length and breadth. Now, given length of the field is, that is L is equal to 26 meters more than the breadth. Breadth is x, 26 meters more than in the sense plus. So x plus 26 meters. Therefore, we have perimeter of the rectangle formula. What is that? Perimeter of the rectangle is equal to 2 into L plus B. Yes, which is equal to how much given? 400 meters given. So substitute all the values. 2 into L value is x plus 26. B value is x is equal to 400 meters. So that is nothing but 2 into x plus x, 2x plus 26 is equal to 400. So do the calculations. What we will get? 2x plus 26 is equal to 400 by 2, because here in multiplication completely it is multiplication with complete term, so 2 is taken out from all the terms. That's why when multiplication becoming this side, it will become division. So 2 ones are 2, 200s. 2x is equal to 200. This 26 will become minus 26. So which is equal to 200 minus 26. What will be the answer? 274. Okay. So sorry, 174. Then x will be equal to 174 by 2. 2 ones are 2 8s are 16. 2 7s are 14. So 87 meters. Breadth of the field is equal to 87 meters. X is equal to breadth. X plus 26, that is 87 plus 26. How much you will get? That is equal to length. So 6 plus 7, 13. 3 plus 8, 11. 113 meters, which is equal to 113 meters. If you have any doubt, add these two. 113 plus 87. 113 plus 7, 120. 120 plus 80, 200. 200 into 2, twice of the L plus B, sum of these two. 200 into 2, 400. So whatever we got the answer, that is correct. Okay. So once again, I am telling, whenever you are getting like this, compulsory either they will give area or perimeter, and they won't give length breadth for this type of question. They will give the relation between length and breadth. So we must convert it into equation form. Okay, by taking the variables. So like this, we are using the equation in such type of questions. So rectangular field, in the sense it is coming under shapes, geometry. Then also we are using for simplification purpose equation. That's all. Now coming to the next question. The length of a rectangular field is, the length of a rectangular field is 8 meters, 8 meters less than 8 meters less than twice its breadth. Twice its breadth. Okay, that is the given statement. If the perimeter of the field is, if the perimeter of the field is 56 meters, find the length of its side. Okay, observe the question. So just now whatever we have finished the 8th problem, same like that only observe. The length of the rectangular field is 8 meters less than twice its breadth. So here also length represented in terms of breadth. They did not give what is length value, what is breadth value. So they are represented. So let, what is the second quantity? Breadth. So let breadth of the rectangular field is equal to x. X meters, because perimeter given in 56 meters. Okay, x meters. So given length of the field is equal to 8 meters less than twice its breadth. So whenever you are writing an equation or expression, try to come back side. So breadth is x. Twice its breadth means twice of its breadth. What is twice? 2 times. So that is 2x. Less than means minus. By how much? 8. So length is equal to 2x minus 8 meters. This is given in the question only. Now also given that perimeter of the field P is equal to 56 meters. These two values are given in the question and I have chosen breadth as x meters. Now we have the formula perimeter of the rectangular field is equal to 2 into L plus B is equal to 56 meters. So observe the question, find the length of its sides. Length of its sides is nothing but what are the sides of the rectangle? Length and breadth. So we need to find out their measurements. So 2 into L value we have 2x minus 8 plus B value we have x see, is equal to 56. That's all. So 2x plus x is equal to 3x minus 8 is equal to this 2 I am bringing this side. So 56 by 2, 2 ones are because this bracket indicates multiplication. Completely having the bracket. That's why we can take out. If you are having only for this term, we can't take out. We can't go directly. Okay. Now 2 2s are 4, 16, 2 8s are 16. 3x minus 8 is equal to 28. Then 3x will be equal to 28 plus 8. So 3x is equal to 28 plus 8, 36. Then x will be equal to 36 by 3 because 3 is the quotient of x. So when we are bringing this side, it will become division. 3 ones are 3 twos are. So x is equal to 12. X is nothing but what? Breadth. So breadth is equal to x is equal to 12 meters. And length is equal to 2x minus 8. So that is 2 into 12 minus 8. 12 twos are 24 minus 8. 24 minus 8 is nothing but 60. So this is the length of the field. So here we have founded, find the length of its sides they told. Length sides are appear rectangular or nothing but length breadth. So length of the rectangle is 16 meters and breadth of the rectangle is 12 meters. So this is the way to simplify this type of problem. So previous problem also same kind. Maybe you understand well now. Now coming to the next question. Two equal sides of a triangle are 5 meters less than twice the third side. Okay. So twice the third side. If the perimeter of the triangle is 55 meters, find the length of its sides. So again, here which shape given? Observe. Two equal sides of a triangle. So triangle, two equal sides telling. That means it is an isosceles triangle. Two equal sides of a triangle are 5 meters less than twice the third side. So what is the third side? That also they did not mention. So let third side is equal to x meters. Then those two sides will become 5 meters less than twice the third side. Okay. Third side length is x meters. Twice of third side is 2x. Less than means minus 5. So these two sides are 2x minus 5 meters. So in triangle ABC, AB and AC are equal sides, isosceles triangle. Now, given perimeter of this triangle is equal to 55 meters. Perimeter of any figure is nothing but total length of the boundary. Yes or no? Total boundary length. That means it is a triangle. So sum of all its sides. How many sides are there? 3 sides. AB plus BC plus CA will be equal to 55 meters given in the question. So given, let first what we have taken, equal sides, two equal sides measured in the third side formation. So let length of the third side is equal to length of the third side is equal to x meters. Now, therefore, length of two equal sides will become, they only given in the question, 5 meters less than twice the third side. That means 5 meters less than twice the third side. As I told you, come back onwards. So while we are writing the expression from back side onwards, come. Third side length is x. Twice means 2x. 2 into x. Less than means minus 5. So what is the length of remaining two sides? 2x minus 5. So for a triangle, total 3 sides. This is 2 equal side and 1 unequal side. So sum of perimeter given 55 meters. So this is given in the question only. So perimeter of the isosceles triangle. Perimeter of isosceles triangle. What is the formula? If you don't know the formula, just for a triangle, just add all the sides. So perimeter of the isosceles triangle, two sides are equal. So 2 into A plus B, like that we did. 2A plus B, we have the formula there. A is the equal side, B is the unequal side. A value here 2x minus 5 and B value is x, that is equal to 55 meters is given in the question. So that is 2 into 2x minus 5 plus x is equal to 55. That's all, simplified. So here multiplication is there for only first term. Okay, that's why we can't bring 2 that side now. Remember, ఇక్కడ 2 అనేది కామన్ మల్టిపుల్ గా 2x కి 5 కి మాత్రమే ఉంది. ఇక్కడ ఇంకొక టర్మ్ కి లేదు. సో we can't able to bring that side this number. So first of all multiply these two. In bracket is nothing but multiplication. 2 2s are 4x minus 2 5s are 10 plus x is equal to 55. So now simplify. 4x plus x is equal to 5x minus 10 is equal to 55. 5x is equal to 55 minus 10 will become plus 10. 5x is equal to 65. X is equal to 65 by 5. 5 ones are 5 3s are 15. So x is equal to 13. X value we got 13 meters. So what is the question? Find the length of its sides. Come all the sides we need to find. So one of the sides 13 meters. Now 2x, 13 2s are 26. 26 minus 5, that is 19 meters. So other two sides are 19 meters. Add all these, whether you will get 55 or not. We will check. 19 plus 19, 38. Okay. 38 plus 13. 3 plus 8. 2x minus 5. Okay, observe the question. Okay. 26 minus 5 is nothing but 21 meters. Here also 21 meters. 2x minus 5 value is 21. Observe now 21 plus 21, 42. 42 plus 13 is nothing but 55. So perimeter of this figure is equal to 55 meters. We got for the whatever values we got. Okay. So like this we need to simplify. Now coming to the next problem. Two complementary angles differ by 12. Find the angles. So complementary angles. Here we can do, I have given example for supplementary angles. So now, if the pair of angles, sum of the pair of angles is equal to 180, they are said to be supplementary angles. The sum of the pair of angles is equal to 90 degrees, then those two are said to be complementary angles. So now my question is, two complementary angles differ by 12 degrees. Find the angles. So this is my question. As we know that sum of two complementary angles is equal to 90 degrees. Sum of two complementary angles is equal to 90 degrees. Okay. So let one angle is equal to 90, one angle is equal to x degrees. So then the other angle will be equal to sum of those two angles is 90. Other angle is, for suppose one of the angle is 50 degrees. What will be the other angle? 40, because 50 plus 40 is equal to 90. That 40 how we got? 90 minus 50. So here also then the other angle is 90 minus x degrees. Sum of these two angles must be equal to 90 degrees. Add these two, you will get 90 degrees. And now given complementary angles differ by 12 degrees. So given difference between those two angles, difference is equal to 12 degrees. So x degrees, difference in the sense minus 90 degrees minus x degrees is equal to 12 degrees. Now simplify. X minus 90. So before the bracket minus we have to multiply with each and every term. Okay, minus into plus minus 90, minus into minus plus x is equal to 12. X plus x is equal to 2x minus 90 is equal to 12. So now 90 bring that side. 2x will be equal to 12 plus 90. 2x is equal to 102. Then x will be equal to 102 by 2. 2 ones are 2 5s are 10, 2 ones are. X is equal to 51 degrees. Okay. Find the both angles they said. So another angle is 90 minus x is equal to 90 minus 51. So which is equal to 39 degrees. So add these two, compulsory you will get a 90 degrees. 39 plus 1, 40. 50 plus 40 is 90. Okay. So like this we need to simplify by using only one variable. Same question we can do with by using the two variables also. So now only for one variable I have explained. Yesterday some condition. So what is the first condition? Complementary angles differ by 12 degrees. X minus y is equal to 12. Complementary angles in the sense x plus y is equal to 90. So by simplifying those two equations, we will get x and y values. Okay. Now coming to the next question. The edges of Rahul and Lakshmi are in the ratio 5:7. 5:7. 4 years later, 4 years later, the sum of their ages will be 56 years. What are their present ages? What are their present ages? Okay, observe the question. The ages of Rahul and Lakshmi are in the ratio 5:7. And 4 years later means after 4 years. See, for suppose one person age is 12 years. After 4 years, what will be the age? 12 plus 4, that is 16 years. Same year also. But okay, wait. The sum of their ages will be 56 years. What are their present ages? So first of all, the ages of Rahul and Lakshmi they are given. Whatever given, observe. Given ratio of ages of Rahul and Lakshmi is equal to 5:7. That means their present ages are in the ratio 5:7. That means ratio is nothing but this is the number whatever they are having, that is a common multiple for both of the given values. In fact, 5 and 7 are in the simplest form. So Rahul age will be 5 into any other common factor which is common for both the terms, for antecedent as well as consequent. First term and second term, one of the number. See, whenever ratio is given, A is to B is equal to 5:8 given in the sense, A value will become 5x and B value will become 8x. Here x is the common factor of A and B. Okay. So now what I am taking, Rahul age will be, so value, that is nothing but here age. Rahul's age will be 5x years. Now this is the present age. And Lakshmi's age will be 7x years. Why? Because Rahul 5 parts given, Lakshmi 7 parts given. So Rahul age is equal to 5x and Lakshmi's age is equal to 7x years. After the 4 years, how their ages will become? Okay. After the 4 years, Rahul's age will be equal to 5x plus 4 years, present age plus 4 years. And Lakshmi's age will be equal to 7x plus 4 years. Okay. After 4 years, 5x plus 4 and 7x plus 4. And they are given the condition, after 4 years, sum of their ages will be 56 years. So, sum of these two ages will be equal to 56. After 4 years, sum is equal to 56 years. They only given in the question. So, 5x plus 4 plus 7x plus 4 is equal to 56. That's all. 5 plus 7, 12x. 4 plus 4, 8 is equal to 56. Now, 12x plus 8 is equal to 56. So, 12x will be equal to 56 minus 8. 12x will be equal to 56 minus 8. How much? 48. Then x will be equal to 48 by 12. 12 ones are 12 fours. X is equal to 4. So, but we don't want x value. What we want? Rahul's age as well as Lakshmi's age. So, we got x value. Now, substitute here. 5 into x, that is 5 into 4. 5 4s are 20 years. Rahul age is equal to 20 years. And Lakshmi age is equal to 7 4s are 28 years. Okay. After 4 years, 20 years will become 24. 28 will become 32. Sum of their ages is 56. Okay, that condition also satisfied. So whenever like this, they are ratio given, first of all, write their values by taking any one of the common factors using the variable. Okay, after that, compulsory they will give the another relation. For that relation, form the statement, and afterwards form the equation and simplify. You will get the required values. Now coming to the 13th question. All these types of questions we have practiced in example problems. I have explained all the example problems also. Okay, now coming to the 13th question. There are 180 multiple choice questions. Multiple choice questions in a test. So like this question already we have finished in the example. A candidate gets 4 marks for every correct answer. A candidate gets 4 marks for every correct answer. And for every unattempted or wrongly written questions, wrongly answered questions, 1 mark is deducted from the 1 mark is deducted from the total score of correct answers. If a candidate scored 450 marks, if a candidate scored 450 marks, how many questions did he answer correctly? Did he answer correctly? Okay, this is my question. Listen, there are 180 multiple choice questions. So total questions is equal to 180. Total questions is equal to 180. Candidate gets 4 marks for every correct answer. So one correct answer he is getting 4 marks plus 4 marks. One correct answer is equal to plus 4 marks. And for every unattempted, means whatever he didn't write, he didn't test all those questions and wrongly answered questions, he is getting 1 mark less. So one wrongly answered question, otherwise one wrong answer or not attempted question also equal to minus 1 mark. Now, if a candidate scored 450 marks, so given scored marks is equal to 450. Okay. Then how many correct answers he has attempted correctly asking. So let number of correct answers is equal to x. number of correct answers is equal to x. How many he wrote? Let x. Total questions are 180. Not attempted or wrong written questions are remaining questions only. X questions he written. See, for suppose 180 out of 180, he written 100 questions correctly. So remaining how many questions are there? 80. Those 80 questions may be wrong questions or unattempted questions. So here I am writing number of correct answers are x. Therefore, number of incorrect or not writing questions. Remaining questions will be 180 minus x. That's all. That is remaining means either may be wrong answer questions or not attempted questions. So whatever marks he secured, that is through correct answers as well as incorrect answers or not attempted questions. And here just observe, whenever if he written 2 correct answers, how many marks he will get? 2 4s are 8. 5 correct answers. 5 4s are 20. Like that he will get the marks. So here correct answers are x. So for x correct answers, we have total score is equal to number of marks got through correct answers plus wrong answers also. Total score 450. Correct answers x. For every correct answer plus 4 marks are given. And for every wrong answer minus 1 mark giving, and as well as number of incorrect answers are 180 minus x, and for every incorrect answer minus 1. That's all. If you are forming this equation, very simple. 450, 4 into x is 4x minus 180 ones are 180 plus into minus 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 into minus plus 1 into x x. So 450 plus 180 is equal to 4x plus x, that is 5x. So 5x is equal to 0, 8 plus 5 13 and 630. So x is equal to 630 by 5. 5 ones are 5, 13, 5 twos are 10, 5 6 are 30. So x is equal to 126. That means he written 126 correct answers. Now coming to the next problem. So once again I will explain, listen. Here in this question they are given total number of questions are 180 and every correct answer securing 4 marks, and the wrong answer as well as not attempted questions taking minus 1 marks, and total score marks is equal to 450. All these information given in the question. But they did not give how many correct answers are there and how many not attempted or wrong answers are there. They did not mention. So I am taking correct answers as x. So out of x, out of 180, x are correct. So remaining are not correct answers, otherwise not attempted questions. So that's why 180 minus x are remaining questions. Now, whatever score I am getting, that is through correct answers I will get as well as through wrong answers also. So correct plus wrong answers, then I will get a total score. If I got 2 correct answers, then I will get the marks 2 4 are 8. 2 wrong answers, 2 into minus 1, that is minus 2 marks will be deducted. Same thing here also, total x number of correct answers are there. So 4 into x is complete score with the correct answer, and 180 minus x is remaining questions. For every incorrect answer minus 1 marks we are deducting. So by multiplying minus 1 we will get the equation in this way. So by simplifying we will get the number of correct answers is equal to 126. Okay. Okay. Now coming to the next question. A sum of 500 rupees is in the form of denominations of 5 rupees and 10 rupees. If the total number of okay, observe the question. A sum of 500 rupees is in the form of denominations 5 rupees as well as 10 rupees. Means that 500 rupees he is having with 5 rupees as well as 10 rupees. And if the total number of notes is 90. Okay. Find the number of notes of each denomination. Means how many 5 rupees notes are there, how many 10 rupees notes are there. In 90 notes we need to find. So this type of question already in our previous class we have studied. So now let us take this. Total notes is equal to 90. Okay. And let 5 rupees notes is equal to X. Then 10 rupees notes will be equal to 90 minus X. Okay, if 5 rupees notes 20 are there, 90 minus 20, 70 notes are 10 rupees notes, like that. Then total money is equal to how much given? 500 rupees. Total money is 500 rupees. Now, it is in the form of 5 rupees as well as 10 rupees. If I have 5 rupees coins 4, then how much amount I have? 5 4 20 rupees. If I have 10 rupees notes 5, then how much amount I have? 5 into 10, 50 rupees. Here also this 5 rupees amount through 5 rupees notes as well as 10 rupees notes. So 5 rupees notes X, the amount through 5 rupees notes is equal to X into 5. So 5x rupees plus 90 minus X into 10 is equal to 500. Okay. So this equation is important here. So 5x all are in rupees. 90 into 10, 900 minus 10 into x, 10x is equal to 500. Okay. Now 10 bring 900 minus 500 is equal to 5x minus 10x is minus 5x. Bring that side plus 5x. So this is 400 is equal to 5x. X will be equal to 400 by 5. 5 ones are 5 8s. So x is equal to 80. Means number of 5 rupees notes is equal to 80 and number of 10 rupees notes is equal to 90 minus 80, that is 10. Okay, total notes are 90. Just observe 8 5s are 400, 40. So 80 into 5 is equal to 400. This amount 400 and 10 into 10, 100. Total amount will be 500. So whatever answer we got, that is correct. Number of 5 rupees notes 80, number of 10 rupees notes 10. So like this we need to simplify whenever notes like that given. So remaining questions we will continue in the next class. Till in our next class also we are going to learn about linear equations only.